All right, guys, the final injury report here in Week 15, where the Packers head to Seattle to take on the 8-4 Seahawks. Sunday Night Football just came out minutes ago, which include 3 players out, 1 questionable for the Green Bay Packers, and a total of 5 players out and 2 questionable for the Seattle Seahawks. So in today's video, we're going to break down the injury report for both the Seahawks, the Packers, and go over what it means for this upcoming game. If you happen to be a new viewer to this channel and want to stay in the loop with everything Green Bay Packers, make sure to go down and click that subscribe button. We are nearing 60,000 subscribers on this channel. Again, thank you guys so much who have subscribed or have been subscribed. The support is amazing. Again, thank you very much. So without further ado, let's bring up the injury report. So bringing up the Packers injury report right at the top, you'll notice the obvious one, and that is the fact that Jaire Alexander is out yet again. Jaire hasn't played in a game since week 11 against the Bears, where he only saw 10 snaps and then re-injured that knee, the PCL injury that he had. And we all thought the past couple of weeks he was eyeing a return. I thought it was going to happen last week. Then we saw he did not participate on Wednesday. Same goes this week, but even a little more confusing considering Jaire had a full participant Wednesday and Thursday. They did not participate today. A lot of us were speculating that it might have been a rest day, but that's not the case. Jaire is still out with that PCL injury. LaFleur mentioned during practice Jaire wasn't hitting the required speeds and, quote, doesn't want another situation like Chicago, frankly. And basically what he means by that is putting Jaire in a game, thinking he'll be fine, and then 10 snaps into the game, he has to check out with injury, and they're back to square one. They're back at the same spot. So right now they're just, letting him rest longer and hopefully getting him back to 100% to end the season and then going into playoffs. It's a smart move. I know it's unfortunate, and I know we're all sitting here going, Jaire needs to get onto the field. We're paying him a lot of money at that cornerback position, and right now our cornerbacks outside of Jaire, and right now, our cornerbacks outside of Nixon are really struggling, so it'd be nice to have Jaire against DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Tyler Lockett, but that's simply not the case for this game. We'll see his availability for next Monday. The other players listed as out for the Green Bay Packers, Javon Bullard, safety with that ankle injury, didn't practice all week, suffered this ankle injury midway through that Lions game, didn't expect him to be available for this game, and he is officially ruled out, as well as Luke Musgrave, who's not added onto the 53-man roster yet. The Packers are at 52 players, so they can activate him at any point, and they won't have to make a cut around their roster, but he's just returning from this ankle injury, this ankle surgery. He was limited all week, so look for a potential Luke Musgrave return next week against the Saints. This week, just too early for that. Then the only other player with a designation is Corey Ballantyne, who is questionable with a knee injury, limited Wednesday and Thursday, but got a full participant in today's practice, so he'll likely be good to go. So for the Packers, it's just Musgrave, Jaire, Bullard out. Everyone else on the injury report has no designation, and they're good to go, and that includes Romeo Doubs, who has cleared concussion protocol, as well as Evan Williams, who has also cleared concussion protocol today. So both players have cleared the protocol, and they will be playing Sunday against the Seahawks. And this also, of course, includes Edgerrin Cooper, who missed the last few games with this hamstring injury. This is a massive addition to this defense that's been getting really, torched over the middle of the field by tight ends, by slot wide receivers against Isaiah McDuffie, even Quay Walker. So getting back, arguably our best cover linebacker in this game against a team that has the likes of JSN running out of the slot position is huge. Now looking at the Seattle Seahawks injury report, again, they have 5 players listed as out, and they are as follows. Cornerback Trey Brown, hamstring injury, is out. Stone Forsythe, who's designated to return from IR, I guess not ready yet with that hand injury, he is also out. Jarek Reed, the second safety, is out. Brady Russell, tight end, is out. And Kevon Wallace also returning from IR, but is still out. Now, they also have 2 doubtfuls, and the biggest one here is Kenneth Walker III, their starting running back. Didn't practice all week, missed last week's game against the Cardinals, but Zach Charbonnet filled in and didn't miss a beat. He had over 200 scrimmage yards when you look at rushing and receiving, and 2 touchdowns. So although Kenneth Walker likely won't be available for the Seahawks offense, Zach Charbonnet is a very capable running back, and we'll have to watch out for him and try to shut down that run game. The Packers' run defense has been great over the last 3 weeks. Allowed less than 3.5 yards per carry to the Lions, Dolphins, and 49ers. Also, cornerback Artie Burns, returning from IR, is doubtful with his toe injury. So that's the final injury report for the Packers versus Seahawks game, Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a great matchup. I think these teams match up very, very well together. The Seahawks can't be taken lightly. They're on a 4-game win streak. They're leading the NFC West. This is more of an important game for them than it is the Green Bay Packers. The Packers theoretically don't need to win this game to make the playoffs, where at this point it seems like the Seahawks kind of have to win out to win their division and make the playoffs. Obviously, we want the Packers to win, and I think they can in this game. They match up pretty well if they can stop the run, stop Zach Charbonnet, contain JSN, run the football with Josh Jacobs against a pretty poor run defense in Seattle, and get this thing rolling again. I appreciate you guys coming by to the channel. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below. It supports the channel a ton, but I'll catch you all in the next one, and as always, go Pack Go.